For years now, we have been mulling over and going over the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. And it's resurfaced again because now the far right wants the government to release the Jeffrey Epstein list of his uh, famous and powerful clients. And Donald Trump's Department of Justice just won't do it. The way I look at Jeffrey Epstein's story is about human trafficking. I see it through the lens of Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and anyone else who is involved in that through the lens of trafficking underage girls. I look at it through the lens of abusing, raping, and then discarding these underage girls into a world of power, sex, and death. And I have to stop there because, it kind of, anybody who has been sexually traumatized, sexually molested, or assaulted knows that these moments never leave you, and it is what these women went through is being kidnapped and trafficked as minors, and the only way they can stay alive is in the arms of their kidnappers and traffickers. So they lose their innocence to this ugly racket that is as old as time. So now that Epstein's story has blown up again, we must all take care to make room for the victims and survivors if and when they come forward. We must believe their stories because it is not easy to tell those stories. We remember them forever. But visiting them is like reliving those moments. And then the mind is flooded with conflicting feelings of guilt, rage, anger, dismay, and the trauma that is manifested in all these ways. It leads to a destructive life without proper love and guidance. So as we demand the release of these files of the clients, let's also not forget that when these names come out and the survivors' names and victims' names become public, I pray that we show them some grace, love, and collective guidance so they understand that they're not alone and we care about their well-being at least as much as we care about the scandal. You look at it from the lens today and it's being looked at politically, it's being looked at from a scandal standpoint, it's being looked at as, Donald Trump's demise, keep talking about it, and all those things are valid, but I haven't heard anybody in the mainstream media or even in the independent media come out and say, okay, we're doing this. We believe that it's important to get those names so people know who these people are. But in that process, when and if names of survivors and victims come out, we have to make sure that we make it a priority to handle them with care, to handle them with love, and to handle them with a collective sense of duty towards their well-being. With that said, thank you so much for listening. Keep an eye and ears out for these kids and these survivors. Keep goodwill in your heart so when they are out in public view, that they may not be traumatized even more. Thank you.